That is one. Then number two is that there is still a point where people who has experience doesn't have the complete autonomousity to teach on the basis of I've had experience. Because when Jesus came to this world, the major trouble that Jesus had when he was on earth is this place of you are young, you don't have experience. Is this place of what are you trying to say, small boy like you? Is this place of what is he saying? Who are you to talk about it? Who gives you the legal? Who gives you the moral? Who certified you to speak about these things? And Jesus is trying to let them know that what I'm trying to speak about is not something that specifically needs certificate acclaimed by a human to talk about. It's not something that somebody needs to talk about just because he went to school of marriage. I went to school of relationship. It's something that if it does not become life to you, you can have a lot of certificates and you cannot amount to anything. A good example I had, I think is PM Mulumba. No, it's not Mulumba. I'm trying to find that Pan-African activist, that lawyer. I like that. I love that man so much. I heard him make a statement and say that we have a lot of what's it called, engineers, professors, directors in many industries. But when we want to build major roads, it's Chinese that we see on those highways. So what happened? So coming to talk, you can only talk about it because there is an engineer attached to your name. When major construction is being done, why didn't we bring you? We don't just bring people who has things attached to their name. We have people who have what it takes, who has what it takes to bring the needed change. These are the people we are looking for. And again, I'm not coming to also claim that I have an exclusive right to talk about some things, talking about it. No. But I'm trying to say that at one point or the other, each and every one of us must approach this thing from what is given and not approach it from what is entitled on the basis of you've had experience. It doesn't stand, it doesn't pass the test of time. It doesn't stand water. I want to read a scripture, Romans chapter 12. I personally like of Romans, especially chapter 12. Romans chapter 12, verse 3. Say, for by the grace of God given to me, I say to every one of you, not to think more highly of himself. I'm reading with Amplified. And of his importance and ability than he ought to think. So every one of you, whether you've had experience or you've not had, whether you've lived in it 50 years or you've not, I say to every one of you not to think more highly than he ought to think. Okay? Than he ought to think, but to think so as to have sound judgment